30 minutes, and of course also markets now, well, they've tapered off on their gains just a little.
With that, we welcome in our guest. We've got Hitesh Eidnani, founder and CEO of Trend Tech Consultants, joining us from our Calcutta studios, and we've also got D.D. Sharma, VP Research of Anand Rathi Securities, who will be joining us from Mumbai. Thanks, Hitesh, for joining us this afternoon on NDTV Profit. Hitesh, what are you making of the markets right now? We started the day with about 1% gains, eased off quite a bit at 5100 now, so it's still holding its turf. But how important is that level to watch out for today?
See, if you look at the Nifty, technically we are still in this broad range of 4930 to 5150, and in fact today we stopped at 5130, the precise top of this range. When the index is within a range, you will keep having the sharp up movements and down movements, and it appears as if the trend is changing, but you'll notice more often than not it reverses at the top or the bottom of the range. So I would not be convinced to go long until and unless we close above 5200 and remain there on a sustained basis for 2 days, entire days, and after that my strategy would be to buy on dips. So currently I still feel we are pretty much range bound, and we need to get out of this range to decide the next direction of the market.
Well, it's not very convincing, at least that's Hitesh's call. Conclusively 2 days, if we continue to close about the 5100 mark, then you could probably look at going long. Mr. Sharma, any
Market trader, and he joins us from Kolkata. Hi, Mr. Mukherjee, what would you like to know?
Actually, I want to know, I have money, I want to buy at certain level. Is it the right time to buy? I'm a short-term trader. Minimum 6
all right,
to 1.
ITC, and you are a short-term trader. Well, just let me get a view first from Mr. Sharma. What do you think about ITC? I think the stocks lost a little bit steam after it's gone ex-dividend over 1 week. But the news is, or at least there is an expectation that the company could also announce a bonus. Other than that, of course, it seems to be on an extremely strong footing.
Yeah, you see, ITC.
Would you agree with Mr. Sharma that Sandeep could actually get a better price on ITC, a lower price to enter in?
Yes, I agree with Mr. Sharma. ITC for an investor is always a great script to have in one's portfolio. But if you look at the stock technically from a trading point of view, it's been making a pattern of higher tops, higher bottoms. It's in a very nice smooth uptrend. So, I would obviously try and wait for a dip to get in, but we could see higher levels of 320, 330 should the move continue. So we could wait for it to reach 260, a small dip to 260 before entering.
There you go, Sandeep. Hang on, don't get into that counter just yet, but you will get a better opportunity to go out there and buy ITC. Brokerages, on the other hand, also seeming pretty poor. Calls in from Ujjain. Hi, Mr. Jain, what's your question?
मेरे पास स्कोर है 100. हेलो हेलो.
हाँ जी सर, बताइए आपके पास क्या है?
स्कोर
राइट, मिस्टर जैन, आपके पास RNRL के भी स्टॉक्स हैं?
75.
राइट, आपने क्या प्राइस पे मिस्टर जैन RNRL खरीदा और आपका?
मैंने खरीदा 155 में.
ठीक है मिस्टर जैन, हम आपको बताते हैं RNRL के साथ करना क्या चाहिए. Hitesh, RNRL, what is your sense on it? A number of analysts out there on the street continue to believe that a sell is a call coming in on RNRL, at least on every uptick that we see. What is your sense? Is that a hold for the investor, given that he's bought it at 155 rupees?
See, RNRL is a high momentum beta counter, so anybody investing or trading in RNRL should have a very close eye on the stops, because this counter gives very sharp up moves and down moves. It's in fact actually seen a high of 215 Jan 2008, and it's been languishing ever since. Currently the price is obviously much lower than what it was, but I would advise to hold on for some time. It's been in this range of 60 to 90 over the last 8-9 months. Wait for the next up move, possibly around 110, 120, and that's when the investor could get out of it. We may not see 150 in the short term, but getting out at 110, 120 would ease in the pain a bit.
There you go, Mr. Jain. 110 या 120 के प्राइस पर आप स्टॉक सेल आउट कर सकते हो, वो आना चाहिए. Mr. Sharma.
Okay. Next online, we've got a caller, Sushil Kumar. Sushil, welcome back to the show. I believe this time your query is on Thomas Cook.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, Sushil. Hello. Sushil, hi, Manisha from the Delhi studio. Good to have you back on the show. Tell us, what would you like to know?
Good afternoon. I am holding Thomas Cook share 1660 at the rate of 45 rupees per share. I have noted this share is not performing well for last few years. So I want to get out of this stock. What is your advice?
All right, what's our advice? Well, Sushil, we do know that you've made a lot of money in some of your other stocks, and even on Thomas Cook, actually you are positive. The stock has been on a downtrend, though, whether you look at a 6-month period, 3-month period, a year or so on. Hitesh, a technical view first on that stock. What should Sushil do with it?
Thomas Cook has had a lifetime high of 135, so obviously we are a lot down below the lifetime high. It's been a bit choppy over the last couple of years, but within this choppiness there is a small kind of an uptrend that is there now. So what I would advise Sushil is to ride this uptrend, keep a stop loss of 55 and try and ride the trend, possibly seeing levels of 80, 85 in the next 6 to 8 months.
Mr. Sharma, what's
Shrikant is an engineer and he calls in from Mumbai. Hi Shrikant, what's your question?
Good afternoon, madam. I have 300 share of Mudra Port at the rate of 1050 and purchased at 1.5 months before. I can hold it for 1 year. Should I continue to hold? And one more question, madam.
Right.
There was one news on 17th May that this is going to split. If it is a splitted, should I continue to hold or not? Please advise me.
Right, we'll get a view coming in on Mundra Ports for you. Mr. Sharma, you're a long-term investor on that counter. Hitesh, stock has underperformed the markets in the last couple of months. Are you expecting a technical rebound on this counter anytime soon?
Yes, absolutely. This chart has been fairly bullish, and the last few months haven't been good, but overall we've seen a pattern of higher tops and higher bottoms, and if we cross 700 on the upside, we could look at 850 in the next few months. So since Shrikant has got a time frame of 1 year, that gives us enough time for the stock to build up a base and continue its upward trajectory from here. So my recommendation would be to hold on with a target of 850, which we should see in the next 6 to 12 months.
all right? A target of 850, Shrikant. That's what you can look forward to, and hold on to that stock is the verdict coming in on Mundra Port. Next caller, Samida joins us from Hyderabad. Good afternoon, Samida. What would you like to know?
Actually, I'm holding 200 shares of Suzlon Energy. I just wanted to know whether should I hold it for long or should I sell it and get out of it.
All right, should you get out of it? Your acquisition price, that's 48.91, is not that badly off, but the stock's actually down even beyond that. It's at 53 rupees today. Let me get a technical view first from Hitesh. Hitesh, 55% down in 1 year, and any which way you look at it, this stock, it seems to be in a serious downtrend. Is there any reason to believe that it could be oversold at the current levels and there could be a bounce back?
I agree with you totally. Suzlon's seen a high of 407 and it's been terribly beaten down by the street. My view would be to exit the stock and look at other counters which are in a more established uptrend. You could look at banking, you could look at auto. There are a lot of number of other plays in the street where you could get a lot of money in the short term or the medium term as well. So Suzlon would not be one of my favorites, and since the investor is in the money right now, my idea would be to exit ASAP.
Mr. Sharma?
It's not for the weak-hearted, that's the clear sense. So unless you've got that opinion of high risk, high return, that's the only time you should be invested in a counter like Suzlon. Brokerages, on the other hand, have a bit of a mixed view there. You've got Barclays Capital that's got a buy on the counter. 125 rupees is their target price. So fairly bullish on the stock. JP Morgan's got a hold. 60 odd rupees is what they're expecting. Next up, we've got an email coming in from Prashant. He's a student and he writes in, from Patna, owns 300 stocks of Rico Auto purchased at 30 odd rupees. He'd like to know what is the target of that stock in the next 6 months. Hitesh, Rico Auto, what are you making of that counter? It hasn't really done much recently. In the last 1 month or so, the stock's lost about 15 odd percent. Does it look oversold to you right now? Are we seeing or can we expect an upside on this stock going ahead?
If you see the long-term charts of Rico Auto, it's had a high of 115 in September 2005, and after that it's been in a fairly established downtrend, but it's bounced from there, and currently we've started a new fresh uptrend. So I would say that this stock has got a lot of potential on the upside. The sector is very good as well right now. So we could keep a stop loss of around 21, 21.5 and ride the uptrend. we could see levels of 45, 50 and much higher coming should this uptrend continue.
Well, hold on to that. Their stock is expected to go up from here on in the next couple of months. You should possibly see good returns coming in on Rico Auto. That's Hitesh's call. Mr. Sharma, what
Have a slightly stronger future or outlook. Here's the brokerage view, which is a little bit split on this stock. You've got IDFC with a sell and a price target of 20 rupees. You also have BNK though with a buy and a price target of 32 rupees. Hitesh, thank you so much for joining us today. Let me get your disclosures and anything that you like in this market.
I'm very bullish on Axis Bank currently. It's rallied from 300 odd levels in March 2009 and it's been making a pattern of higher tops and higher bottoms. We could go long in Axis Bank with a stop loss of 1150 and a target of 1400. M&M is another stock which I'm liking a lot in this current environment. The charts are very bullish. It's been a smooth uptrend. We could have a stop loss of 550 with a target of 700 in the near term. 10 consultants, me or any of our clients could be having exposures in any of the shares that we have discussed today.
So that's the call coming in from Hitesh. Axis Bank looks good to him, so that's a clear buy call. And M&M is also something else he's advising investors on, but buy that with a stop loss of 550, could go up to about 700 odd rupees. Mr. Sharma.